The stakes are high on Saturday night as New England Patriots travel to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this game, and Swagoo cannot wait for Saturday night. Who are you taking?
Babyface, I'm taking the Pats. I have full confidence that Bill Belichick would try to stifle this run game with Jonathan Taylor and put this ball in Carson Wentz's hands. And then the disguises come and the turnovers, and you get an opportunity to make Carson Wentz press to try to win this game, and the New England Patriots capitalize off of it. I think that's how it's going to go. I'm taking the Pats.
The Colts playing great football. The Patriots have won 7 straight. A huge matchup on Saturday night. NFC East showdown as the Giants and Cowboys meet in Week 15. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swaggo, I think I know the answer, but who are you taking in this one?
Babyface, the New York Football Giants will not win this game. It's going to be the Dallas Cowboys. And I expect Dak Prescott to bounce back in a major way. All of the talk swirling about the slump and he's not playing well. Well, this is an opportunity to get right, and I believe he does, and he leads the Dallas Cowboys to a win.
Yeah, and the Cowboys are moving closer to another NFC East title. A win on Sunday would certainly do a big part in clinching that title. No more Urban Meyer, but the games must go on as the Jaguars and the Houston Texans play for the second time this season. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, the Jaguars are actually bigger favorites now since Urban Meyer was fired. Is that correct? Should they be? Will they win?
I believe they will, babyface. I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think in moments like this adversity, usually we see teams galvanize, and I'm sure that this is a breath of fresh air. I guarantee you in practice this week, there's a lot of spirit, a lot of guys feeling good about the direction that they are going right now since Urban Meyer has been vacated. So I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars in a rally cry against the Houston Texans to get the W.
And this is one of those games that the loser may help itself in the big picture from a draft standpoint, but the winner can at least feel good about Week 15. AFC East has a matchup in Week 15 between the Jets and the Dolphins. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, the Dolphins sneaking into that AFC playoff picture. The Jets looking more at the big picture. Who wins this one?
I'm looking forward to watching the Tua train, babyface. Tua's been playing well. Coincidentally, the more reps he's gotten, the better he's gotten. When you look at this particular one, bit nervous about Jalen Waddle not being available. But when you look forward to the Miami Dolphins defense, that is where they've started to kind of reascend. Turnovers, getting pressure on the quarterback, dialing up some phenomenal things, Flores, to get pressure on the quarterback to create those turnovers. I'm going with the Miami Dolphins against a Jets football team and a quarterback in rookie Zach Wilson that likes to throw the ball to the other team.
And amazingly, if Miami does win this game, they'll be all the way back at 7-7. The Cardinals are looking to avenge a Monday Night Football loss in Week 14 with a win in Week 15 against the Detroit Lions. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, obviously this is one that's a little bit imbalanced here. Can the Cardinals hold serve, so to speak, and beat the Lions?
I believe they do, Phil, but I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk early in this game. This Detroit Lions team has shown that they will play hard for Dan Campbell, and the fact that DeAndre Hopkins won't be a part of this game, we'll see how this offense materializes and goes forward. But I'm taking the Cardinals because of Kyler Murray. They're a better football team throughout, but I expect the Detroit Lions to play them tough for a large part of this game.
Now, you can say whatever you want about the Lions. One thing they have done all year is competed until the bitter end. They play the Cardinals in Week 15. The Panthers and Bills have plenty of connections. On Sunday, they play on the field. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, the Bills will have Josh Allen despite a foot injury he has nursed throughout the week. Are they going to win this game on Sunday?
Yes, and it's going to have to be with Josh Allen's arm. The one thing that I'm concerned about is that in the second half of the Tampa Bay game, they went to using his legs. How effective can he be doing that in this football game? Don't think he'll need to. It'll be Stephon Diggs. It'll be Gabe Davis. It'll be Cole Beasley. And we'll see some run game, please, from the offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll. Bills get the win in this one.
Yeah, looking forward to this matchup again between two teams who have so many threads that tie them together. Call it the Kyle Shanahan Bowl as the head coach of the 49ers and his team play host to the Atlanta Falcons, where he used to be the offensive coordinator. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this game. Swagoo, two teams that are in the playoff mix. Yes, the Falcons are too. Who do you like in this one?
I'm taking the Niners, Phil, and I think it's going to be behind a strong run game. Jimmy G has been playing well, quite frankly. 2 drives at the end of the last game to put his team in position to get a win, and then obviously in overtime with Kittle. I believe this team is hitting stride, and Kittle being back and being fully healthy and roaming the middle of the field and getting those yards after the catch is going to make it tough for everybody that's playing against the San Francisco 49ers. Coupled with that run game, I got them in the dub.
They sure are one of those teams that just sort of feel like the kind of squad that no one will want to face once the playoffs begin. It's got a sneaky fun one in Week 15 between the Bengals and the Broncos, 2 teams that are in the mix for an AFC playoff spot. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, who do you like?
Gonna be a good one, babyface, but I'm going with the Bengals. I think this talent has to show itself. Inconsistency has been the name of the game for the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow has to take care of the football better, but this team show who they are when Joe Mixon gets going, especially in that outside zone run scheme. I think they get back to that. They try to establish a line of scrimmage and allows Joey B to go over the top for some big plays to Chase and Higgins and company. I've got the Cincinnati Bengals winning this one.
Yeah, 2 teams at 7-6, which could mean that the loser might be a team who's not in the mix come January. The Packers and the Ravens play on Sunday, or at least what's left of the Ravens. The team has just been decimated by injuries all year. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, the Ravens find a way to sort of stay in every game, but can they do so against an excellent Green Bay squad on Sunday?
I don't think so, babyface. I think this is when the attrition catches up with the Baltimore Ravens against the Green Bay Packers, who are already one of the top teams in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers with his toe that he reminds us of every week, still playing out of his mind. The offensive production has been phenomenal. But the one thing that we have to start paying attention to is this Green Bay Packers defense. They are flat out getting after it up front. They're rushing the passer with Rashawn Gary at a very high level. And Campbell in the middle of this defense, the linebacker, has solidified that spot. I got the Green Bay Packers because the Baltimore Ravens, I believe, have run out of time.
Yeah, and the Packers, still looking at the bigger picture here, they could end up as the NFC's #1 overall seed with wins down the stretch to conclude their season. We've got the Saints and the Bucs, which is always fun when these 2 teams meet up. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, no Sean Payton for the Saints on Sunday night as he has tested positive for COVID-19. We wish him well in a recovery. Who are you taking in this matchup?
Don't think it would have mattered anyway, and I love Sean Payton. That's my guy. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers outmatched the Saints, and I know what history tells us, that they play them well, they defend them well, they get Brady into some turnovers. I believe that gets fixed, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers roll away with this one. Defensively starting to get back healthy. That front is showing a lot of ability to get after the quarterback like we thought they would earlier in the season. I got the Tampa Bay Bucs kind of running away with this one.
And by the way, if the Bucs win, they will officially run away with the NFC South. A win and they clinch the division. Monday Night Football, always a treat. We got the Vikings and the Bears playing in Chicago. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, the Vikings are a team that finds a way to make every game competitive. Can they win on Monday against the Bears?
I believe they do, babyface. And you're absolutely right when you say figure out a way to make it competitive, meaning letting teams get back into football games. But I believe they finish it this week. Obviously, not having Thielen is a big deal, or not having him 100% if he's available to play, which I highly doubt. But Justin Jefferson is still there. We saw Dalvin Cook get going. I want them to be more of the first half team they were than the second half team, and Minnesota walks away with this one against the Bears.
If the Vikings do so, they'll be right back in the NFC playoff picture. They've been hanging on by a thread. A win would go a long way to keeping them in that mix. Titans and Steelers should be a fun physical game on Sunday at Week 15. Field Yates and Marcus Spears here to pick this one. Swagoo, who do you got?
I'm taking the Tennessee Titans, babyface, led by Jeffrey Simmons up front. I believe him, Danico Autry, and this defensive front for the Tennessee Titans will be able to generate enough pressure on Big Ben to make him uncomfortable and potentially make him turn the football over only with a 4-man rush. So I'm taking Tennessee strictly behind their defensive line and their ability to take over games.
The Titans still very much in the mix for that #1 overall seed in the AFC. A win against the Steelers would keep those hopes alive.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.